These days, the most referenced camera is generally the one in your pocket. And they're most certainly talking about this, the DJI Pocket 3. After nearly 4 years, DJI has brought drastic improvements to their Pocket series. Now with a 1-inch CMOS sensor capable of 10-bit capture, the D-Log-M color profile, and 4K 120 recording, creators will have completely new ways of shooting. Plus, there's a new 2-inch rotatable screen used for both horizontal and vertical shooting. And that's not all. There's a handful more to cover, so stay tuned. First, let's take a look at the 1-inch CMOS sensor. The Pocket 3 can shoot 9.4 megapixel photos and up to 4K 60 or 1080 60 FPS in normal video modes. And though the sensor is new, the lens still stays the same at a 20mm focal length. The Pocket 3 is also capable of vertical footage, which is capped at 3K 60 FPS. This is due to the sensor cropping for vertical, as the gimbal does not rotate to such orientation. In your control menu, just tap and you can choose between manual and auto switching between landscape and portrait modes based on the rotation of your screen. And while shooting in pro mode, users can manually control their settings, activate effects, as well as access color profiles like HLG and D-Log-M. In slow motion video recording, the Pocket 3 is capable of shooting up to 4K 120 or 1080 240 FPS, which is amazing for something this small. But it's important to note, many of the features such as vertical footage, zoom, ActiveTrack, and advanced color profiles are not usable in the slow motion recording. The Pocket 3 has other shooting modes such as time-lapse, hyperlapse, motion lapse, panorama, and low light mode, which effectively boosts your ISO to 64,000 and helps in low light situations. Now, as we said before, the Pocket 3 features a 2-inch rotatable screen, not only to give users a bigger view when shooting, but to make it easier to operate the touchscreen, especially for someone with big thumbs like me. On this screen, you can access all your features, shooting modes, and settings. With the tap of the bottom right, you can rotate the gimbal forward and backward, and coupled with the selfie feature in the control menu, the camera will recognize and follow your face to ensure the best selfie angle. Swiping down on the screen accesses your control menu, where you will also access your custom modes, settings, gimbal speed, and screen rotate and capture function, which when enabled will begin filming as soon as you rotate the screen and power on. Swiping left, you access your media playback, and swiping up, you access your shooting parameters, while swiping right, you can access your image and audio parameters. And speaking of audio, the Pocket 3 comes built in with internal microphones, but it's also pairable via Bluetooth with the DJI Mic TX. This lets you record wireless high quality audio when creating content, and it's something I can absolutely see being used in various scenarios. With a double tap of the screen, you can select the subject and activate ActiveTrack 6.0 in order to follow the subject. And when filming oneself, you can utilize the included extended grip to screw in your mini tripod, set the gimbal down, and track yourself using the face auto detect mode. There's also the dynamic framing mode, which will track a subject in a specific framing of the selected position, as well as spin shot mode, which utilizes the roll axis to create a 90 or 180 degree rotation to create more unique shots. Now, other than the rotational screen, the Pocket 3 also includes another major design change: the inclusion of a built-in 5D joystick. No more adapters or losing additional pieces. The joystick gives the user control of the gimbal, as well as shortcuts to functions such as gimbal recenter and selfie mode. Next to it, you have the record button, for obvious reasons, also acting as a power button when held down for 3 seconds. In general, the Pocket 3's buttons have been simplified, as it primarily relies on the touchscreen. But when utilizing the Mimo app, you're able to also use your phone as a wireless monitor and control. Unfortunately, we didn't have the firmware at the time of filming to utilize that. The Pocket 3 utilizes a micro SD slot for media and has a battery life of 166 minutes, which can be charged via the USB-C port on the bottom. This can also be used to connect the extended handle or the extended battery. Another useful add-on is the 15mm wide angle adapter, which connects magnetically. The Pocket 3 is definitely one of the most unique gimbal cameras I've used, and it could be perfect for content creators who don't require or desire big bulky equipment. It's one of the simplest ways to shoot and record high quality footage, and the ability to actually keep this thing in your pocket, as well as being able to connect high quality audio, truly makes this an all-in-one gadget. Now, while you won't get the same expandability as you would with professional gear, this is perfect for those who want to do things such as reels, real estate, or travel vlogs. So how would you use the DJI Pocket 3? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Joe with B&H, and you keep shooting.